Omajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Sakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So today we are continuing the Parikrama of Lord Jagannath Puri, and today a very special episode. Two important temples, very famous temples around Jagannath Puri. So this is Sakshi Gopal Temple. So this Sakshi Gopal Temple is one of the famous temples around. There are about, it is believed that there are 50 temples or something around Jagannath Puri, but this is one of the very, very famous one. So there is a big story behind this very famous temple. So the story goes like this. Once there was a Brahmin. This happened in India. So this Brahmin wanted to go to Vrindavan and these holy places, but he was old. So because he was old, but he was very rich, so he wanted to really get some help from someone who could also join him and help on the way until he returns back. So for the help, he really took just asked a small boy, young boy, about 25 to 30 years, around 25 years, a young, but he was very, very poor boy. He was also Brahmana, and this old rich man, Brahmana, and along with this young boy, poor Brahmin, and they were all going for the Parikrama to Vrindavan. So actually this story really became so famous that we actually made a drama also. Gokul Bhajan actually made a drama about this Sakshi Gopal temple. So later I can share the link to that drama. It is on the YouTube. But anyway, so this is the story. So this rich old Brahmin, so along with this young boy, when they were all traveling, this young boy took care of this old man very nicely. Very nicely means very, very nicely. And after some time, like when the Parikrama was over, they were about to return back to their village. But then that time, the last day, they were actually in a temple that was called Gopal Temple. Gopal Temple. So this temple was the last one. Then there they were finishing the Parikrama. Then they were supposed to return back. Now on that, when this boy and the old Brahmin, only they two were there in the temple. There were no one else. And this old man told this young boy that he wanted to give a special gift for his service. So he said, then the young Brahmin said, no, I don't want any gift because it is my duty to really take care of you. So in fact, I have to thank you to take me to all these holy places. So you should not give any gift for me. But then he was insisting, no, you should take a gift from me. Okay, so then he said, I will give my daughter in marriage to you. So this poor Brahmana, when he heard, he got shocked. No, I am not qualified for this. I am very poor and you are so rich. How can this marriage happen? This cannot happen. Please do not say that. But then the old man was so pressing, and he said, you should accept. I am really serious. because you are such a very, very good boy with all the good characters. And in fact, my daughter will be so happy to really have you as her husband. So, but then the Brahmana boy was asking, are you sure that your family will be able to agree with this? Then he said, yes, 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 I have decided. All right. And in fact, in front of that Gopal deity in Vrindavan, this old man gave a promise. As the Gopal as witness. Witness means in Sanskrit Sakshi. Sakshi means witness. So he said, yes, the Gopal is witness for this. I promise that I will give my daughter to you when I return to our village. So then they returned home, and the old man told to his elder son. So this old man had an elder son, and the elder son was not spiritual at all. In fact, he was a Nastika. He does not believe in God. He was a totally bad guy. So he got angry. So he was really yelling at his father. Why did you go out of your mind? Look at how rich we are. And now we are already talking about giving our my sister to a rich guy. So this is pauper. He doesn't have anything. And why you really did it? And then the old man said, I have given the promise in front of Gopal. Gopal deity, I have promised. I cannot really say anything about it. This has to happen. This went really viral. So then that old man's wife also told, if this happens, I will kill myself. This should not happen. And then there was big fighting in the home. Of course, every home has problems. So this is the way of life. But now they have got into a big trouble. So then the son said, elder son said, do one thing. You just, assume that you did not give the promise. Because you did a promise in front of a stone. A stone doesn't have anything. How can it be possible? You did something, this is atrocious. No promise, nothing. In front of a stone, you did a promise. This is ridiculous. No. And he said, no, stone is a witness. And then the old man said, no, because that's a deity. I gave witness. So this argument was going on. And finally the poor, the rich Brahmin, old Brahmin, could not do anything. He was very silent. And then the whole promise is totally forgotten. So it was really happening for some more time. And the whole village came to know. The whole village came to know that in front of this Gopal, this promise was given by the old man. Okay, so the whole village came to know, and then they were all talking about. And then this poor that boy once came to these to really ask about, because nothing was happening. And this poor boy was really worried, because he made a promise. And if you make a promise in front of a deity, you have to do it. Otherwise, it will be sinful. So he came to remind. But what happened? This son of that old man laughed at him, and he was actually chasing him away. And again, the whole village really came to know that this is big thing going on. But then there was argument. That argument was that the son told, If you promised in front of that stone, yes, if that stone can really walk and then give promise to witness. So he is telling in front of all the village head, whole village, and he is saying, yes, if that stone can really come, because if you say that, yes, you made a promise, if the stone can walk and then, come and then give witness, sure, I will give my sister in marriage to you. Because he took a promise. He took a challenge now. He's challenging. The poor Brahmin, yes, he was upset. And what can we do? So he then walked all the way to Vrindavan. And he reminded the promise in front of the same Sakshi Gopal. Because those days, you have to walk all the way. It took so many days. It looks like some months or something to finally he reached back that same Vrindavan temple where that old man gave the promise. And standing in front of the deity, this poor Brahmin, that Brahmin boy, he asked the deity, "Oh Gopal, I want you to come as a witness for me. Because whatever the witness that old man gave, he's not following. So you have to come as a witness." But look at the devotion that this boy had. This boy had so much of devotion that when he asked, "Yes, please come as a witness," the deity talked back. The deity said, "I am a deity, how can I walk?" Oh, then when that Brahmin, that young boy heard this, he said, "If you can talk, why can't you walk?" Oh, then Gopal smiled and then said, "Okay, yes, I will help you. I will help you. But there is one condition." What is that condition? That condition is, I will be following you, but you should never look back to me. I will be walking behind you, but you should not look back to see if I am coming. If you just looked at back to see if I am coming, then I will stop wherever that happens. So that means all the way until you reach your village, you should not look back to see whether I am coming. But then the boy asked, "How will I know that you are walking behind me?" Then he said, "You will hear continuously my angle bell. When I walk, do you see I have angle bell? This bell will be just tinkling. Chal, 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 like that. Yes, so you will hear, yes, I am walking. But you never look back. And every day, you must cook some rice and offer to me. Every day, cook some rice and offer to me and never look back when I am walking." So they were traveling. It is said that they were so slow that they traveled for about 100 days because the deity was walking very slowly. But he never looked back. Then the Gopal deity and the poor Brahmana finally reached that village. Then when they are entering into the village, no more bell sound. So he was wondering, is the deity still walking? But already there in the village, but he wanted to make sure that where is the deity? So no more sound coming. Then he turned back. When he turned back, and the Gopal deity was standing right there. You see, that the Brahmin was, meanwhile, because of this big, challenge by that the son of that old Brahmin, and the whole village were waiting for this arrival of witness, so that they can give the judgment. And now all the village came, and then they saw that deity It's very tall deity, by the way, because we just went to the temple and then we got a darshan so close. You won't believe. Just looking at in front, right there, we are seeing him. It was amazingly good. I mean, okay, so that's what the deity that you are seeing in that temple. Actually, photographs are not allowed, but somehow or other, through internet, sometimes we can get it. Yes, this is the same deity that we saw. And when we went there, it was actually big crowd, so big crowd. We were wondering how we are going to get a darshan. But finally, by his mercy, we all could really go in, and all just, you are like so close. Like this, you could get the darshan. It was so nice, absolutely nice. So anyway, so now the same deity walked all the way from Vrindavan, now standing in front of the village people. They saw the wonder. Of course, that son who challenged could not do anything. So the marriage happened. Now, by the support of the village people and also in front of the same Gopal deity. See, we have seen from this history that Lord Krishna can do anything to please his devotees. So this is something that you have to understand. So the very same Gopal deity who testified in the dispute between two Brahmanas, actually then what happened, there was another history also. From that village, then eventually there was one king. His name was Purushottama. So this King Purushottama later moved this deity from Vidyanagara. So that village that I was talking about in the story, it was named Vidyanagara. So from Vidyanagara, the deity was actually later moved to this temple where we went and saw. This is in a place called Katak. In Katak, that is a place where the deity is there. Now there are a lot of interesting stories as why this deity was really moved from the Vidyanagar to here, because there was a war. There was a fighting between the King Purushottama, and so King Purushottama is in Katak. That is here near this same temple or near the Jagannath Puri temple. But the Vidyanagar is little far away. So that was where it happened. So in the war, then he really grabbed, he wanted to take the deity and brought. And the queen of King Purushottama got so fond of this Gopal deity, and he got so attached. She is so attached. That was the reason. And when the king won the war, he said, "I want this deity to be moved to our near to our palace." So that was how the deity was moved. And then the queen was really so happy that she wanted to give something as a gift to this Gopal who came as witness, Sakshi. That was how his name was, then later called Sakshi Gopal. Sakshi means witness, the one who really came, Sakshi Gopal. And he wanted to give a very costly nose ring. He had. It was a new ring that he did not use it, but he wanted to give that nose ring to Sakshi Gopal. But then he was wondering, is Sakshi Gopal has any hole in the nose? Because remember, it's made of stone, of course, but it is not considered stone. But then he had a doubt. Yes, I want to give this nose ring, but what if he does not have a hole? Then I cannot really wear as I wear. Then that same night, this Sakshi Gopal appeared in the dream of that queen and said, "Oh queen, listen, look at me." And he was showing the nose to the queen. And yes, see, I have a hole in my nose. My mother Yashoda actually pierced my nose. Look at that, means we don't know whether the original Sakshi Gopal, as it was in in Jagannath, in Vrindavan really had a hole, we don't know. Because there is no evidence or anything that the deity was really made with a hole in the nose. Maybe it might have been. Or it really completely appeared or whatever it is. So the Sakshi Gopal is saying, yes, I have a nose. I have the nose. So please come. Then the next day morning itself, she got up and ran to the Sakshi Gopal carrying this nose ring, and yes, she saw the hole there, and he put it there. So Sakshi Gopal was very, very, very happy, very, very happy. This is the story of beautiful story of Sakshi Gopal. And now also Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, when he visited this temple, he sat in front of the same Sakshi Gopal temple, and you know what happened? He transformed himself as one small problem. Okay. So he transformed himself. You know what was that? He transformed himself as Sakshi Gopal. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just meditating on, you were just looking at Sakshi Gopal, and right there where he was sitting in front of Sakshi Gopal, looking at him, looking at the deity, and everyone now sees not Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the normal form. He got transferred into same Sakshi Gopal, the black color, and now that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is another thing in this. Who is Sakshi Gopal? Sakshi Gopal is the same Krishna who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That same Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but in the mood of Radharani. That's the only difference. And Lord Caitanya knew the story. And he said, Patyam chalanyak pratima swarupo Brahmanya devo hi satahagamyam Desham yayau viprakrite atpudeham Tam Sakshi Gopalam aham nato asmi. I offer my respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of God. Brahmaniya Deva. That's what he's saying. Brahmaniya Deva. Why Brahmaniya Deva? That Brahmana boy was so elevated in bhakti. And the Lord himself came as a witness. Walking. He took the pain of walking. Because he in the deity form, how difficult it is to walk. But he walked all the way from there. How many miles? Walking on his own legs. Thus his activities are wonderful. Padvyam chalanyak pratima swarupo Brahmanya devo hi sataha gamyam Desham yayau viprakrite vyudideham Tam Sakshi Gopalam agam nato asmi Tam Sakshi Gopalam agam nato asmi. See the incident? So I am going to play a small clip of this. This is the drama that we enacted, depicting the same story in so detail. I will send the link to the same drama. They did a very good job, actually. Very good job. Let me play that for you.
You are like a dwarf trying to catch the sun. Did my father promise to you?
Yes, sir.
This is nonsense. He would not give any promise without consulting me. You are a liar.
No, sir. Your father actually promised.
What is your witness for his promise? Father, did you promise that to this boy?
No, son. I do not remember any such promise that I gave to this boy. Oh, dear sir. Oh, my dear Gopal. I can't believe this. Oh, sir. Don't you remember that in front of Gopal deity, you gave me this promise? Gopal deity is the witness. I don't remember that I promised anything. Oh, sir, I do not want to marry your daughter. But you are lying about your own promise. Just to prove that you indeed promised me, I am going to call this entire village and tell them about this. Let Gopal and the village decide.
Sure, you can try. Ha ha ha! Let your Gopal deity, that piece of stone, come as your witness. Ha 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 ha!
Dear residents of Vidyanagara, today we're all here to hear the case between Vishwanath family and Nandu. The case says that Mr. Vishwanath, when went to the pilgrimage with Nandu, promised him that he would give his daughter Shubhavati in marriage to Nandu. We need to inquire both the parties to proceed. Mr. Vishwanath, as Nandu claims, did you give a promise to give your daughter to Nandu in marriage?
No, sir, he did not. On the contrary, this boy had given intoxicants like Dutara to my father and turned him mad. Now,
Nandu, do you have any witness for what you say? We need a witness to your case. Do you have a witness?
Oh, sir, I do not have any human witness. My only witness is Gopal deity in Vrindavan.
What? What did you say? A deity?
Yes, sir. The Gopal deity in Vrindavan is my witness. Vishwanath, sir, gave the promise to me in front of that deity. Gopal is the only witness I have.
Okay, how will you bring your deity here as your witness?
how can a stone come as a witness?
Oh, sirs, I have complete faith in my Gopal deity.
It was real deity who walked all the way from Vrindavan to Vidyanagar. That was the same deity that we got darshan in front right there. Now, let us move to this next one. Very, very famous. This is very, very famous Tota Gopinatha Temple. Now also this Tota Gopinatha Temple has so many things. Listen very carefully. This is the only sitting deity of Krishna in the whole world. You don't really see a Krishna deity sitting in this kind of position. So initially the deity was standing as any other Krishna deities. Later it assumed a sitting position. Watch carefully. So once Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu was walking in the same beach that you are seeing. This is in Jagannath. This is Jagannath Puri beach. And when he was walking, all of a sudden he really ran to a place and he started digging. So when he was digging and digging, Then the disciples, all the devotees who were following, so they were all running behind and then, behind and then say, what is Lord doing? So then they were also helping to really dig and dig and dig. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so ecstatic. Something had happened to him or something, and then he was digging so much. And after removing so much of, the sand, he pulled out a deity. Very heavy. Very heavy means really very heavy. You should see. If you go to this Tota Gopinatha Temple, you will see how tall and how gigantic this deity is. No photographs are allowed. This is a very strict temple. And this is the same Tota Gopinath where Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu entered and disappeared. It's not a normal deity that you are seeing in this temple. Because Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu left everything, no body anymore, right? No, nothing. He just ran into the deity and disappeared, making a crack. When he did that, there was some crack happened on the thigh of the deity, which we can even see today. Every day, when we visited, they said, if you come in the early morning, 5:30, that time we will be dressing and everything. We can show you the mark, how the crack happened when Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu entered and disappeared into this deity. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is here in a way. Of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is everywhere. Wherever Krishna deity, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there, because he is the same. And this deity that he pulled out in that sand, in the beach of Lord, Jagannath Puri Temple beach, what he pulled out was the one originally worshipped by Lord Brahma. When he was creating this Brahmanda, when he was doing the creation, this is the same deity that he worshipped. And then in the days, of course, he has been worshipping so many deities. And this one ended up in showing in Jagannath Puri. Why? Because I don't know whether I told you when I was talking about this Puri Jagannath temple, that was the last episode. There is a place where it says under this one, here Lord Brahma sat after doing the creation. There's a place. This is a place where Brahma, because there again, inside the Jagannath Puri temple, you cannot take any photograph. But there is a place. You say, this is a place Lord Brahma sat after creation. And now we are seeing what the deity that he worshipped. Look at the connection now. What you are seeing is that Tota Gopinath. You may wonder, how come we really got this photograph if there is no photograph allowed? Someone, I don't know how they did it. Photographs are strictly not allowed. If anyone violates, actually there was one, when we were there was one lady with, I think she probably knew, and she just took the phone. You won't believe. A priest just ran from nowhere or something, grabbed the phone, and then he got so angry. My God, that lady was started shivering and then crying, and she the priest was so furious. Isn't it that is written here that you should not take any photograph? This is not ordinary deity. And then that priest asked forced that lady to really lie in front of the deity and then cry for forgiveness. It was happening right in front of us. Then he grabbed the phone. Then unless that was completely deleted or something, I don't know what happened. It was a big scene. Now, if you see, in the middle there, of course, Tota Gopinath is there. And the other side, left side is Radharani. And the right side is Lalita Devi. So, they installed this Radharani and Lalita Devi later. Now there are very important things about this temple as I just glanced, just touched on it. This is the same temple where Gadadhar Pandit was residing as a resident sannyasi. Because when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to Vrindavan, Gadadhar Pandit, who is Gadadhar Pandit? Radharani only. So this Gadadhar Pandit also wanted to go with. But then not only Gadadhar Pandit, many disciples, they really wanted to go along with the Lord. The Lord said, if you want to go to any pilgrimage, don't take anyone with you. That will become like a tourist. No, you go alone. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, for pilgrimage, you have to go alone only. Okay? So he said, no, I don't want anyone to come with me. Everybody was crying and crying and crying. And Gadadhar Pandit was ordered by Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu that you stay in this temple and do the seva for this Tota Gopinath that I gave. Okay. So Gadadhar Pandit was actually staying in this temple and doing the service. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returns back to Navadvip, and also, back to Jagannath Puri temple. And that time, when he was 48 years old, Lord Caitanya Prabhu was once dancing in front of the same deity, in the same temple, which we had, which you could see. And his prema out of the Vipralamba, the separation from Krishna, became so intense, he could not stand. His body could not stand. Because what happens is, we know that Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu used to faint, and his body used to get transformed, because all the joints used to be so loose. It is like as if, in the joint, it used to be hanging only by an inch of this flesh, the skin. That was how he actually becomes, because the thing is, this human body cannot take high prema, high bhakti. When it comes, this cannot be stand. That is what Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to tell us, and he is going through the same thing. And he became so intense that he could not tolerate the separation. Separation of whom? Radharani. So Radharani could not, because he is now acting in that mood, not acting. He is in that mood of Radharani. So Radharani's separation from Krishna is so intense. So he does not want to be here in this earth. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Radharani, just running, just ran and then boom, vanished. Disappeared with a crack sound in the thigh of the deity, which I told you that 5:30 a.m. If I could really go in the next day 5:30 a.m., the priest was so happy to really show it to us, but we didn't have time. This is the same deity that you are seeing. Okay? Now, Tota Gopinath is the only Krishna temple that has a sitting position. Why? Why Gopinath took the sitting position? Why? Because there is a story. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu merged and disappeared, Gadadhar Pandit was in deep sadness. He was very sad. Why? Because he's away from Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu now. He is really so much. He's crying and crying and crying. And because of his sadness, he became old. Very soon became old. It's all Leelas again. So they have eternal form. So all for us to understand. And one day, while he was actually trying to place a garland that he makes, and about to wear that to Tota Gopinath, because of his position, because he was really getting like this, he cannot really stand up. So he was trying to stand up, but he could not. So the garland, because remember I told, this deity is so tall. And then the Gadadhar Pandit was about to really, trying to put the garland on the neck of this deity. But that day he could not. He was trying and trying and trying, weak, he could not. Nobody helped. Because he was the only one mostly, staying there. And of course, he used to give Srimad Bhagavatam class and all those. That time, lot of people used to come. And that particular time, he could not even reach the neck. But seeing this Tota Gopinath, Gadadhar Pandit is not able to reach my neck. And he was trying and trying and trying, could not. Then when the Lord was watching, he also got sad. So he immediately took the sitting position. All of a sudden, the tall deity becomes the sitting position. What you are seeing is that sitting position, which happened because of Gadadhar Pandit had difficulty in putting garland when he became old. So, then Gadadhar Pandit, he could put the garland easily. Then after that, he was actually serving like this, and eventually Gadadhar Pandit also disappeared, which is a different story, which we'll cover as we go. So this temple is very, very special, very, very strict, as I mentioned to you. No photograph is allowed. Strictly no photograph allowed. And in fact, right side, so whatever you are seeing, so whatever you are seeing, the right side is, which is the one that we took. No, left side. What you are seeing on the left side is a photo that we took from outside before entering into the temple. But then something mysterious happened. We entered into the temple. By the mercy of the Lord, we could really do some bhajan there. We wanted to sing Harinam, Sankirtan, and also we started with singing Sankirtan, and the priests were so happy to really hear these wonderful, our children and also the devotees, they sang so nicely. They really liked it. They liked it so much. And they offered us to use their mridanga, their kartal, their harmonium, that otherwise they used to use in the temple by those allowed devotees. And we were giving bhajan by bhajan and bhajan and bhajan. And they said, yes, you can record only what you are doing. Of course, no photograph of the deity. But yes, we are giving special permission for you. So yes, so you record only your program. Yes, you are specially, we are giving. And after hearing all the bhajans, the priest said to really one of our devotees, okay, every year when you come, your Gokul Bhajan should come to this temple and give performance like this. Look at, isn't it something wonderful that we couldn't believe that this would happen? It's all because of the Lord's mercy. Everything came. Then we are thinking, yes, this is the place of Mahaprabhu, special place of Mahaprabhu. It has a special deity. It is, discovered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is the same deity. Eventually he entered into the deity and disappeared. Mahaprabhu is so special. So, this was actually a bhajan composed sometime back recently, and we sang. It's only glimpses I'm going to play. Mahaprabhu tava pada saranam, vandeham sarvam tava sharanam. Mahaprabhu tava pada sharanam, vandeham tava pada Vandeham sarvam tava sharanam, Maha Prabhu tava pada sharanam. So I put the lyrics there. So this was actually composed, some time back. I'll just play a little segment only because we don't have that much. So this bhajan, when we realize that, wow, finally this bhajan, it was composed long time back. Gopinatha Gopinatha Gokul Bhajan Gopinatha.
श्यामं हिरण्य परिदिं वनमाल्यबर दातु प्रवालनटवेशम् अनप्रतांसे विन्यस्तहस्तं इतरेण दूनानमभ्यम् कर्णोत्पलालककपोल मूकाब्जहासम्
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare.